Leisure Arts Maker Space. I'm back here with Marley Bird. Marley, we're so glad you're here today.
Thank you. I'm thrilled to be here. This is really just a dream come true.
Yes, we're so excited. So there was a previous video with Marley and Tana talking about the Make Your First series, and we're just going to kind of follow up with that.
Cool.
And talk a little bit about these wonderful baby blankets.
Aren't they amazing?
They are
They're
amazing.
so pretty.
They are gorgeous, and the colors is what is just so modern and trendy, and I just love them.
If these don't make you want to pick up your needles, nothing will.
Right.
Like, that's just where it is.
This is so true. So here's the book. It's, as I said, Make Your First, and it's the baby Afghans. So there's a few things that we talked about in the previous video, and one is the way that the book opening shares lots of tips and tricks and cool little comments from Marley, and I want to touch base a little bit about color selection in this video.
All right.
And how you use the color wheel that's also provided in this book, and how you use fabric to choose colors.
Okay.
So do you want to talk to us a little bit about that?
Sure. So the color wheel, what I love that you guys showed it in the book, and it was bunches of different yarns, right? So I'm like, oh, that makes sense visually. And you know, if you go across the color wheel, you can see complementary colors.
Yes.
And so that makes it really easy. You probably remember that from art class as you were a kid. But for me, I still struggle with that. So I will tend to look in magazines, look at fabric, look in my own closet to see what colors are put together. And more often than not, it's two colors that I would never have thought of if I was just looking through the yarn aisle. And then I see it in a fabric, I'm like, oh, that looks fantastic.
Right, just like these fabrics here.
Yes, these are so much fun. And you know what, you could look at this, and this one in particular, you see a lot of white, but then you're like, oh, look how great the blues, like the light blue goes with the darker blue, but it has this hint of gray and this little lime green.
The lime
green.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh, that's what makes that really pop. And then you kind of look at this one, there's a lot of blue, but then you have that touch of the purple and the green, and it's like, all right, you're gonna draw out these colors.
I love that you do that. I love that you look at the fabric and pull inspiration from there, because these companies are doing the work for us.
Yes, that's right. They have experts that do this, so why reinvent the wheel? Just do it.
So this is actually one of my favorite color combinations from the book.
And this one, I will tell you, this is my very own color combination. I had the yarn sitting on my desk, and I'm like, those look really great together. And instinct-wise tells me that the yellow should not be there. Like, I'm like, no, that yellow shouldn't be there. But then I'm like, that yellow makes it.
It does make it.
And so I was knitting this up, and I'm like, I'm just going to test this out. So I put the yellow in. I'm like, oh, I love that. So I just continued on.
And I'm really glad you stepped outside of the box.
Thank you. It's very modern. I think that really will speak to a lot of young moms, you know, and it's very... Even with the pink, it's very gender neutral, believe it or not. I mean, pink, my kids will tell you that pink, it doesn't matter if you're a guy or girl, pink is pink.
I don't think that rule applies anymore.
No. My son's favorite color is pink. He loves it. Yeah.
Great.
Yes.
So talk a little bit about the pastels. This is a more traditional baby look, which always sticks around.
Yes. So one of the things about this particular yarn is that it is a larger yarn. I think it's a jumbo yarn. And I chose this yarn for the more advanced project in the book because I figured it's something that you could take a little bit more time to make, but it's in the sense of thinking level, but it's not going to take time to make because it'll go so fast. So that was very important to me. But I loved the way the pastels work together. Again, very unisex, very gender neutral, even with the sort of plummy pinky color. And I love the way it just worked. And I did a little bit of sort of intarsia by keeping the nice bluish color down the side and just let the color blocks
those ridges keep it from turning. That's really pretty.
It's really cool. I love it. I thought it was really pretty.
Great
and
job.
You can make that in no time. I mean, that took me 12 hours.
Yeah,
so
I'm always up for a project that I'm not going to be committed to
That's
for a
right.
long period of time.
Yeah, there's this. It's just the nature of the beast anymore in our society, right?
Yeah.
We need to have things move like this. That's right. So the colors help with that too, because you're like, what's the next color going to look like? What's the next color going to look like?
Yeah, you're excited to see what the next one. I do that as well. It's like a competition with myself.
Yes. Yes. Absolutely.
Glad we can relate to each other. Okay, so then we have a couple that are, what do we have, a garter stitch here?
Yes, so this actually was knit by a beginner knitter. She had been knitting for 2 weeks, and I asked her to knit this for me for the book. And she was so funny. She was like, I'm not good enough. I can't. I'm like, no, this book is geared for you.
You've got
this. If you can make this, I know anybody can make this. And she was like, okay, Marley. So I gave her the yarn that is self-striping, so she didn't have to do any color changes. And one of her biggest compliments was that, or not compliments, but her statement was that it kept her interest, because she was like, what's the next color going to look like?
Yeah.
What's the next color going to look like? And it came out beautifully. Her edges are beautiful, and she did a great job.
She kept gauge really well,
she
too.
did a wonderful job.
A wonderful statement to the beginner knitter.
Right?
Like, you can do this.
You can
it's
absolutely.
possible.
Yep. So that's a great first project. And the yarn, like I said, the yarn does all the work for you. So it's just garter stitch, but it's exciting because the yarn keeps it exciting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what project would you say would be the easiest skill level?
This one for sure, the garter stitch one.
Can you walk us through like which one you think would be the next step up maybe?
Oh goodness, I think I would lean towards this one. I think it's called the cartridge stitch, but it's stockinette and garter stitch, or no, it's stockinette, reverse stockinette, that's what it is. And so you are just doing knits and purls, but by transitioning, when you put the knits or the purls on the right side, you get this really cool cartridge look. And again, the yarn, because it's an ombre look, you get a really cool, exciting feel as you're going along.
That's great stretch.
Yes, yes. It's a lot of fun.
And that's building your skills. You're
That's
not
right.
just doing the knit, you're doing the knit
That's
and
right.
the garter. So you're,
That's right.
Or the knit and the purl.
Right. And then, I mean, you go to another yarn that is a variegated yarn, and this is reversible. So you're still doing knits and purls, but it's a little bit more complicated because you're combining them within the same row. And so you're just building on your skill level as you work each piece along the way.
I don't know if you guys can see the detail in this, but the way that she uses her knits and purls kind of gives a basket look.
Mm-hmm. It's fun.
These are really great, and I'm so excited that you're here to share the day with us.
Thank you.
So next we'll have another video coming up, and we'll talk to you guys then.